Welcome back everybody, I hope you're all doing well. We're returning to a region of Mars called Phrixi Rupes, a new site I discovered to the north, and we'll be checking out some of the anomalies and high strangeness going on in that site, and we'll have a look at some of the other anomalies and artifacts close by. So, before we get going with Possible Olivine-Rich Terrain in this high-rise photograph, I just want a sip of coffee. I don't normally do this, guys, but I really need something to boost the energy levels. This lockdown and cabin fever is a bit frustrating. This photograph was acquired on the 13th of November 2010 at 25 centimeters per pixel. But the image is slightly blurry. It looks like there's some other, like a mesh pattern that's over it. I don't know where that comes from. Some interference maybe. Okay, the JP2 black and white map projected file we're having a look at here is 375 megabytes in size. There's a look at the low-res black and white, and we'll be checking out some of these white dots that you can see littering this terrain. Right, this site's located down in the southern mid-latitudes at 43.43 degrees south, 291.79 degrees east, and it's just to the north of Phrixi Rupes, which is classified as a scrap. And here's the site we analyzed in my last video. So there's the first one, guys. You've got another one of these strange semi-circular objects. That piece there is about 8 meters across. And as usual, in its center, we've got an object. And in this case, it looks like a rectangular object covered in something over there to the left, and it also looks as if the area immediately underneath it is hollowed out. Check out the perfect symmetry and geometry in this piece, guys. Right, then we're looking at another structured item over there. There's another one that's similar, but I chose this one. It's really weird. It's got like a disc shape to the bottom and a fountain pen tip shaped object there to the right. That whole piece there is about 15 to 18 meters long, and up close we can see that disc. It's got a perfect circular shape to it, and then the symmetrical object over there pointing up to the north. Looks almost like an arrow, doesn't it? Check out the symmetry in that piece, and in its center it's got a raised part there, and then almost in the center of the disc, another one of those smaller parts or protrusions, and then arranged around it we've got that object there, and this one over here to the right. So also strange design in this piece. Looks almost like part of a clock. Not that it is, folks, it's a massive piece. Looks like some type of structure. Right, then we're looking at another disc-like anomaly over there, also huge. That piece there is about 15 meters across as well, and up close we can see the disc shape to it, another one of these rounded pieces, and then on the bottom side of here we've got a straight edge and something of a rectangular shape to the bottom. Rather unusual. I wonder if that is some type of wreckage or debris. And on top of it also, again, we've got looks like a triangular smaller part. It could even be a rectangular block. That side there is very bright. Next anomaly, check out this one, another one of these strange disc-shaped objects. There's another one of those parts with a dome-like smaller part in the center. This disc over here is about 10 meters in diameter. You can see the rounded side, and then it's got this straight bevel running across the center line over there. Alright, here we've got an oval disc-shaped object, and on top of it we've got smaller parts arranged in a square pattern. That piece there is about 14 to 15 meters across. Close up we can see the 4 smaller objects. We've got 2 in a row there, 2 in a row here, and they're placed just to the opposite sides of one another through the center line there. These 2 very similar in shape and size, and then the 2 larger ones here to the right. It has a very unusual piece as well. That piece is about 15 meters across, and what's interesting about this one is the pattern of these smaller objects on top of it. Check out the circular shape over here again, and it's arranged around a little pyramidal part there in its center. Some more geometry going on there again. And then here to the right, this looks like a sort of a pipe or cylinder shape with an opening over there to the top right. Okay, here's another very unusual shape. That piece is about 12 meters by 12 meters in size, and it consists of 2 similar parts, one slightly elevated, and check out the line going through there. And then, as usual with these, we've got a smaller object joining the 2, like a bridging part almost. Very, very strange. Got 90-degree over there. Right, another rectangular, a larger piece there, about 10 by 12 meters in size. And on top of it, we've got a dome-like part. That's about 2 to 3 meters across. Check out the straight sides and right angles in that object there, guys. Another similar piece over here. That there's about 12 by 14 to 15 meters in size. You can see it's got straight edges as well, 90-degree angle there. And then on top of it, that long narrow piece parallel to this one side. Over there, another blocky item. That piece is about 8 by 10 meters in size, and on top of it we've got that strange part over there. This photograph's very blurry, guys, so zooming in really breaks up the image quite badly, but yeah, very bright smaller part there in its center. Also seems as if there's a ridge or a bevel on the one side over here. Over here we're looking at this part, which is about 10 by 10 meters in size. It's got a strange protrusion or knob in its center, and then 2 smaller parts to the right, and we've got another triangle going on there. Don't know if this smaller part over here to the other side might be a matching part to this one over here, but also a triangular shape in that. Right, another strange blocky item there, about 5 by 8 meters in size, and on top of it, placed in the center line there, we've got that triangular shaped smaller piece. Very bright object over here, also rectangular in shape, about 12 by 10 meters in size, and on top of it we've got another small protrusion or knob. We got the straight edge over here, very eroded on the top, or possibly this could be some type of pattern that's been carved into it. Also looks like there's a ridge or bevel running through there. It's almost like some type of fungus that's growing on top of it. Right, and another little circular object there, about 5 meters in diameter, and it's got a protrusion or knob just off to the right over there. And also it's got a straight edge here, and this part on top is parallel to this there. Very strange object. Another piece, a little bit bigger, and it's got like a triangular part sticking out of the surface over there. Very bright on this one side. Right, another piece, a bit smaller this time, same sort of shape, about 5 by 7 or 8 meters in size, and in its center we've got a smaller part again, and to the right, that area there seems to be hollowed out. Check out this huge piece, that's about 12 by 15 meters in size, and in its center this strange oblong piece sticking up over there. Another disc-shaped object, this one's about 8 meters in diameter, and again in its center we've got like a little conical part. Check out this piece, like a 3-sided triangular object at the bottom, and it's got a dome-like shape on the top, placed in the center line over there. You can see 1, 2, 3 sides, and the corners slightly rounded, like a plectrum shaped object again. There's a similar one. That piece there is about 12 meters long, and in its center we've got what looks like a smaller block. Another piece like it also has this plectrum shape to it. That piece is about 5 by 8 meters in size, and also in its center we have a flat block. Check out this piece. It looks almost like it has a carving or an engraving of an eye over there. That piece is about 12 meters long, and the area on top is hollowed out or carved out, and it's got like a circular part in the center. It looks almost like an eye again. There's another bright object over here, about 12 by 12 meters in size. Check out the disc shape over here, guys. It's about 12 meters across. So close-up reveals we have a protrusion or knob in the center of that. Another one of these flat monolithic slab type anomalies. That one is about 12 meters long, and as with many others we've looked at with the same shape, we've got a protrusion or knob there in the center of the rounded part. Seen many of those on Mars already as well, guys and girls. Alright, check out this. We're going to be looking at two rather strange pieces here. Got this narrow long piece that's about 18 meters long and 5 meters across. Very smooth flat surface to it. Check out the round part sticking out here to the right, and then on top we've got a flat dome shaped object as well. Now we've got a raised part. It looks almost like a U shape, 90-degree angles over there, guys. Looks like some type of wreckage. And yeah, as well, this piece also has like a carved out area there, 90-degree angles going on there in that piece. And yeah, we're looking at this long narrow piece there, about 5 meters wide and about 12 to 14 meters long. It's lying across those two dunes over there. Looks like we have an opening over here at the bottom. And then here to the right, another one of those strange tombstone shaped objects. Right, so let's go down to the site in Phrixi Rupes. And this is the region. It's called a scrap. This is what I featured in my last video. That item there is still fascinating. The two smaller parts directly opposite each other through the center over there. Seen many of these in this new site. Here's a quick look at the anomalies we featured there. And there's 2 or 3 that didn't make it into this video. You can find those over at my blog. They were just not as clear as I would have liked, otherwise I would have included them. There's one, for example, got this round shape with this like apex over there. Wonder if that's a fossilized shell. That also didn't make it into the video. It's oval shape, rounded, convex in design. And then up here to the east, we've got that strange Baltic Sea anomaly shaped object, and it even looks like the Millennium Falcon in a way. So let's go over to the west and see what's over here. Got that piece that looks like a piece of metal debris. Got bends in it, 90-degree angles. And then more disc-shaped objects. Check out that hollowed out area there, it's also got the square shape to it with right angles. Right. Strange little object I found. It looks almost as if it's floating above the surface, but I think it's attached to a smaller structure underneath it, like a disc shaped it as well. That there's about 5 meters in diameter. One of these partial hexagonal shaped objects, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight sides to it there. Another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Okay, there's a better version of this one over here. Found it in another JP2 that was taken of that area. Then we've got a strange folded over piece on that slab over there. Seems to be attached to the one side. Right, let's see if there's another site or two. Oh wow, there's lots here, guys. Check out that disc. A hole there in its center, and this piece over here looks like a hatch that covers it. And there we got another one of those plectrum shaped pieces with a hole in it. Two similar objects over there. This one seems to be parked outside what was maybe hangar opening, who knows, but check out the similarity between those two in the same JP2, guys and girls. Another one of those U-shaped pieces with right angles there, where that slot's been cut into it. A little dome or wall lying over there, and then various odd pieces. This over here also is fascinating. We've got two square objects at the bottom and then two parts arranged on top. Another plectrum shaped object lying on top of that one. And both of these align through the diagonal of those two square objects. They look almost like metal plates. Another block with a bevel cut into the one side. There's another triangle on top of that piece, guys. Rounded parts there and here on the side. Strange item over here with a hole in it, and then two L-shaped parts underneath, like supporting structures. There's another one of those what looked like an eye design on that one, and another disc-shaped object. There's another one over there, check that out. Perfect disc with a dome on it. Right, what else do we have near here? Artifacts east of Mars 3 lander from the USSR. Oh yes, we've got what looks like an enclosed structure with three smaller parts there, and then a small square piece over here to the top. Another U-shaped object there with a slot in it. Two similar parts with these round protrusions on them. There's a similar protrusion on that one. Another one of those 3 parts separating line and a smaller part bridging the two. Check out the triangular part on top of that. Now triangle there again. Even over here, guys. And even a row in that shape there. Looks like a Stonehenge layout going on there. Got the right angle in this piece. Strange part sticking up out of the side over here. Two very similar type of anomalies. Got 2 parts there, part in the center. This one's just off to the right. That's it for this one, guys and girls. I hope you liked it. I hope it was informative and interesting. This area of Mars is really worth checking out. Lots and lots of anomalies there, guys and girls. The most fascinating one I like there is the artifact that looks like the Baltic Sea anomaly. Not that it is, it just looks like it, folks. So, just want to thank the new subscribers that have joined the channel recently. Welcome on board. I hope you liked my work and research. Okay, folks, that's it for this one. Do let me know in the comments below what you think of these anomalies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.